Hey guys, Luke for Matias Group. Today I am very excited because we have got our hands on the Volkswagen Golf R Mark 7.5 2018. It is a lovely looking car. We're in its signature colour and we're going to go and see how it drives. We are currently in Albert Park in the most glorious of Melbourne winter sunshine. I have got a beautiful Golf R Club Edition here and I've had it all morning and it is, can't wait to tell you about it. Okay, so this car has been the pinnacle of the Golfs for a little while now, since it overtook the, or became the range topper above the GTI probably 6 years ago. This is the 2018 Mark 7.5, which has got all the nice little upgrades in it. Give me 1 second, these wide Albert Park streets. All the nice little upgrades in it. Today we've chosen the Club Edition to have a look through because of the value. I'll talk to you about the value shortly. But what this, where this basically sits is the GTI, we're talking late 40s, and the Golf R is somewhere late 50s. This particular version, which is the 220 kilowatt Golf R Club Edition, sits somewhere very close to $50,000, and what that means to you on a monthly is right here. But it is, for that price, magnificent. It is the full engine that the full Golf R has, and it's just lacking a couple of little extras. You can see here that the screen is, well, it's 8 inches. It is a touch screen. It has the full nav and everything you can possibly wish for. The full version has got a 9.2 inch screen. The full version has got a digital dashboard in front of you, and the full version has got leather seats as standard. If you're not too fussed about those three things, 8 inches as opposed to 9.2 is, I'd say, acceptable. The leather seats, these are great little cloth seats. They look very nice, and the digital dash, if you're not used to it, then you don't know what you're missing. So for this price, this car is remarkable. Okay, so who buys a Golf R versus a Golf GTI? Now, I was told this morning that the GTI is actually a faster car around a track than the Golf R, yet the Golf R is the range topper. How does that work? The GTI is purely front wheel drive, which means it's slightly lighter and it's a bit more aggressive. The R has a more powerful engine and it has the additional all-wheel drive technology. It's called 4Motion, and I only learned what this actually meant this morning. The 4Motion means this is a front-wheel drive car, except for when you're really pushing it to the edge. At that point, within 0.04 of a second, the rear wheels will start to engage. The rear wheels will start to give you grip and power and drive and take some of that handling pressure away from the front tires. This is a cracking piece of technology. It's actually the same technology as in the Lamborghini Aventador, except reversed. The Lamborghini is a rear wheel drive car, and the front wheels kick in as and when they're needed. Happens so quickly. The Golf has 226 kilowatts, and you can feel every single one of those kilowatts. I'm cruising around at the moment in something called standard mode, or normal mode even. It's got eco mode. It feels like a regular hatchback. It's got normal mode. Feels nice, but when you press this lovely little race button, and it is just a beautiful drive. It's a lovely note. It changes the way the exhaust sounds. It changes the way the gears work. The brakes are a lot sharper. The dynamic suspension kicks in, and it just becomes a wonderful driving car. Going around roundabouts, it just handles so well. The DSG gearbox, every iteration of the DSG gearbox just gets better and better, and it has for 10 years. This car is so much fun. Who buys it? I'll tell you what, people who have got the $120,000, $130,000 sports car that are looking for something a little bit potentially more practical, this has got it all. This feels like a sports car when you need it to. It's big enough, 6 foot with hair, plenty of room. My legs are moving, I'm comfortable, great. So, I love it. Who buys a GTI? I love the GTIs. for approximately £3 more for the all-wheel drive technology, for the more powerful engine. This is great value for money. It really is. In other brands, you've got the S3, the Audi S3, which is basically this car on the same chassis, with an Audi badge, with maybe a touch more power, but it's also got 40% more price tag. You've got the AMG A45 Mercedes, another hot hatch. They're $75,000, $80,000, and very comparable. Maybe slightly quicker, and it's got that AMG note, but they're very comparable. This looks great, feels great, and on a day like today, is a head turner. So as we're driving up Beach Road here, Toby McCann just came up with a beautiful analogy of what this car is. We have a Canon point and shoot G7X, and he turns around, he's a bit of a car review expert. He says this car is the Canon G7X of cars. It is, you can potentially get more expensive, but it does a very comparable job. This car is that. It is a point and shoot. It is so easy to use, yet as dynamic as you'll ever need. Thank you so very much for watching. Please jump over onto our YouTube channel, subscribe, our Facebook Matias group, our Instagram Matias.group. Please get around it. We are doing a lot more of this content stuff because I love it. And a special mention as always to Alana Adams at South Yarra Volkswagen. They're friends of ours, they support us, we really appreciate it, and they always make our friends and clients have a wonderful experience in their store.